Have you ever found yourself in the middle of pain, wondering where God is? Asking why this is happening to you? Today, we're going to explore one of life's most challenging questions: how can we discover God's plan even in our deepest pain? Stay with me as we uncover biblical truths that can transform your perspective on suffering. Let's start with an honest truth: pain is inevitable. Whether it's physical illness, broken relationships, financial struggles, or loss of loved ones, we all face seasons of difficulty. The question isn't whether we'll experience pain, but how we'll respond to it. In John 16 verse 33, Jesus himself said, "In this world you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world." Notice Jesus didn't say, "You might have trouble." He said, "You will." This isn't pessimism, it's preparation. So if God allows pain in our lives, what could His purposes be? The Bible reveals several ways God works through our suffering. First, pain refines our character. Romans 5 verses 3 to 4 tells us that suffering produces perseverance, character, and hope. Like a blacksmith uses fire to strengthen metal, God uses trials to develop spiritual strength in us. Second, pain draws us closer to God. Often, our greatest spiritual breakthroughs happen in our darkest moments. When we're stripped of everything else, we discover that God is truly all we need. As the psalmist wrote, "The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit." Third, pain prepares us to comfort others. 2 Corinthians 1 verse 4 explains that God comforts us so we can comfort others with the same comfort we've received. Your pain today might be preparing you to be someone else's lifeline tomorrow. One of the hardest parts of pain is not knowing when it will end. We want answers now, healing now, breakthrough now. But God's timing is perfect, even when it doesn't feel like it. Think about Joseph in the Bible. He spent years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. But that painful season positioned him to save an entire nation from famine. What seemed like wasted years were actually preparation years. Sometimes God's plan requires a season of waiting, of growing, of learning to trust Him completely. Isaiah 55 verses 8 to 9 reminds us that God's ways are higher than our ways, and His thoughts higher than our thoughts. So how do we find hope when we're in the middle of pain? Here are 3 practical steps. First, stay connected to God through prayer and His Word. Don't let pain drive you away from the very source of your strength. Even if you can only whisper, "Help me," God hears you. Second, remember God's faithfulness in the past. Create a list of ways God has provided for you before. When we remember His faithfulness, it builds our faith for the present. Third, don't isolate yourself. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or a faith community. God often ministers to us through other people. Here's the most important truth: our pain is not the end of the story. Jesus experienced the ultimate pain on the cross, taking on the sins of the world. But 3 days later, He rose again, proving that God can bring life from death, hope from despair, and purpose from pain. Because of Jesus, we have the promise that one day, all tears will be wiped away, all pain will cease, and we'll understand how God wove everything together for good. That's not just wishful thinking, that's God's promise to those who love Him. If you're in pain right now, know that you're not alone. God sees you, He loves you, and He has a plan. Your pain doesn't mean God has forgotten you. It might mean He's preparing you for something beautiful you can't yet see. If this video encouraged you, please like and subscribe for more content about finding hope in life's challenges. And remember, your pain has purpose, your story matters, and God's plan is always good. Thanks for watching, and may you find peace in knowing that even in your pain, you are deeply loved.